So today we've got a very simple bruschetta recipe, but just because it's simple, it doesn't mean that it's not delicious. Now at the time we're filming this recipe, it's tomato season, and make sure that you choose good quality ones because as we discussed in previous recipes, when you're making simple cooking, you rely a lot on the quality of your ingredients. Now we're getting these tomatoes into a tray, and you can obviously use cherry tomatoes if you wish. Any small tomatoes will do. Now over these tomatoes we're gonna go in with 2 cloves of garlic, which we're gonna chop finely and add them over the top. And although it looks like a lot of garlic, after cooking you're not gonna feel it that strong. Now in goes about 5-6 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And in terms of seasoning we're gonna go simple. I've got here about 1/4 teaspoon of rock salt and a good pinch of freshly ground black pepper. And last but not least I want to get in some dry oregano. About 1/4 teaspoon can go in. You can use fresh if you've got any, but you know, dry is more available. Now mix everything in. Now we're gonna get this into the oven for about 10 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. But halfway through the cooking process, we're gonna turn the tomatoes around, making sure that they get blistery all the way around, they get nicely roasted. It looks like we're gonna need another extra 5 minutes, so probably 15 minutes altogether, just because the tomatoes we are using are slightly bigger than the cherry tomatoes that you probably find in the shop. Now, whilst the tomatoes are cooking, let's take care of the bread, which is a really important step for this bruschetta recipe. And I like using ciabatta, baguette, or even focaccia, but the idea is to have a lot of crust because this is giving texture to your dish. Get few slices ready. Get the pan on and we're gonna set this on medium-high heat. And to this we're going in with the bread, extra virgin olive oil, be generous, and do this on both sides. And I also like adding just a touch of rock salt. Extremely happy with what we've got here. As you can see, the tomatoes are cooked, but are not cooked all the way through as you would make mashed potatoes. And the garlic is cooked and certain areas start getting golden in color, which means you know that oil is fully infused with garlic and the rest of the ingredients. And over the tomatoes that we just cooked, we're gonna go in with about 1/2 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. And what this does, it will balance all these ingredients, bringing a bit of acid in there. And the first layer that we're gonna add on this bruschetta is burrata bocconcini, which means burrata balls. It's like a mozzarella, but slightly lighter and creamier, but very tasty. I think 1/2 of this per slice will just work perfectly. And now we're following up with the tomatoes. And we're also gonna drizzle some of this oil on top because it's absolutely full of flavor. And as a final touch, we can go with some fresh basil on top. I hope that you enjoyed this simple recipe, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we're posting on the channel, and we will see you in the next one.